Hey, you, question. Is the Holy Quran a holy text or scientific text? We'll find out in this episode. Let's jump in.
Holy scripture or scientific text? The Quran is both. There is no clash.
Both.
There's a book that sits on my bookshelf that is unlike any other. It invites people to go out and learn about the world in order to better make sense of what was written in it and in order to prove its own authenticity beyond a shadow of a doubt. In fact, the book encourages its readers to read, learn, ponder and question things, so much so that the first word revealed from the book was read. But it doesn't stop there. The book goes on to challenge its readers, especially the scientists and scholars among them, with statements such as, "We will show them our signs in the universe and in their own selves until it becomes manifest to them that this is the truth." The author swears that indeed what is written inside this book is very serious and is not a joke. But the amazing part is that the author swears by two phenomena that at the time the book was revealed, 1400 years ago, were completely unknown to man in any way. The quote is as follows: "By the sky which has the bounce, by the earth which has the crack." Indeed, what is written inside the book is very serious, and it's not in jest. Do you know what these two phenomena are? I will tell you. Simply put, when space is stretched out, it bounces, while when the earth is stretched out, it cracks. Although we can't see a bounce in the sky, in 1916, Einstein's game-changing theory of relativity determined that spatial bodies move in the fabric of space in much the same way as a child bounces on a stretchy trampoline. And although we've always intuitively known that rocks are incredibly strong and can't be stretched apart, in 1789, when Iceland's Silfra fissure was opened, and in 1927, when the first crack in the earth was recorded in the Arizona desert, it was confirmed just how fragile and changeable our earth really is. So it was only in 1916 that science learned that the sky, space, has a bounce to it, which is at the heart of Einstein's theory of relativity. And it was only in 1927 that science learned that the earth has cracks. Yet, not unsurprisingly, the ancient book that I speak of contains numerous proofs in the form of scientific facts and natural wonders that were only discovered by scientists centuries later. How is this possible? How could a book revealed so long ago, before the advent of basic modern tools and technologies, contain such accurate information about scientific phenomena? There is only one explanation for such a thing. The author of the book is the creator of the universe. The book was written by God himself. Do you know the book that I'm talking of? It's called the Holy Quran and is such an impressive book that it would forever change the course of the world. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad over the course of 23 years in the 6th century. It was a miracle back then and remains a miracle to this day. Though the Prophet Muhammad received the revelation and transmitted it to the people, he did not have any part in writing it. In fact, the Prophet Muhammad was illiterate. He never learned to read or write.
The Quran does contain a lot of commentary on Earth and space and just human functions, and more science is being shown to say, like, okay, this is actually in the Quran. It's what it's talking about. So yeah, I don't think the Quran can be limited to just science. I have heard people say that the Quran is a book of signs, not a book of science, because science means that there has to be a specific formula that anybody can just take and then reduplicate, test it, prove it over a certain period of time. The Quran doesn't necessarily do that. It sort of just like gives out these terms or these phrases and these sentences that you're like, this could be pointing to this, or like, oh, so this is actually describing this, but it doesn't necessarily give you a step-by-step word-for-word formula. It's kind of like up to humans now to go and seek and discover what they found. I think that's a pretty interesting feature of the Quran. It's like all these different signs are just thrown out there, and it's now up to us to go and discover the science inside of these signs, not behind the signs, but inside of the signs. And even that in itself, it's a great way. So like if you're teaching a student soccer or football, if you call it that, You know, there is a way that you can teach. It's almost like, I remember a time when I was in school and my art teacher was saying, draw what you see, not what you think you see. And it would it'd get me so angry. I'm like, what do you mean draw what you see, not what you think you see? Of course, if I think I'm seeing it, I'm seeing it. And I didn't get it until years later. What I understood was that that was a way of teaching the students, not just me, to use a different part of our brain or use our brain in a way that we've never considered before. Because it's true now. That's why not everybody's a great artist, because they're drawing what they think they see, not what they actually see. So like a curved line or something, we interpret it as, okay, I'm gonna draw it this way. And then you could tell, like, people don't draw well all the time. There's very select amount of people that they have a good mastery of duplicating something through art, whether it's a pencil or designing on the computer. It doesn't matter. But that's what she was saying. Draw exactly what you see. So if a shadow is there, draw it there. Not what you think you see. Like, okay, maybe that's not important. No, draw what you see. Only what you see, draw that. So that's a method of teaching. I think kind of like the Quran is that way. It's like, here's a sign. What do you see? I think it's a smart way to get our brains to think beyond, or just like, don't take this. It's almost like the opposite. Don't necessarily take exactly what is being said at face value, but explore what other things that this term could actually mean. And it just makes our brain go in a different way. So I look at it as another way of teaching. Either way, guys, that's all I got to say on this one. Really hope you enjoyed it. Always interesting watching videos like this because my mind just I love talking. I love talking and learning with you guys. So definitely leave your comments down below and I'll see you in the next one. Later.